we have nothing to go on. What can we piece together? She was hit in the head, the back. She was in the back of the head with 2 bottles for some reason. She was poisoned. Door was locked from the inside. That's all we got. Someone was in the locker for some reason, but was left before. Not good. And then the ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery. What the? I've recently discovered the power of emoticons. Right, no matter how awful something is, if we toss a smiley face, it turns positive. For example, you're on a panic and you found a dead body. Okay. Okay. I was about to say XD, but I couldn't bring myself to say XD in an upbeat, cheery way.
Well,
how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super.
Yes, indeed.
Do you have 100 friends? Crying face. You know, that does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please go to the elevator. What is it? I don't know how. I don't. Oh god. I have a friend who does that. I have a friend who does that one specifically. What the hell was that? I don't get it. I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual. I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me? To be fair, one half of you is a murderer. You made the truth will be revealed soon enough. Is this the quickest? Is this the quickest we've ever gone from murder to trial? I still want to say suicide because she died with a smile on her face. That says to me that she went in peace. That says to me she went in peace.
Don't look at me.
If you want to say again, it wasn't me. Nick, you're too stupid to kill anyone. And the culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that. Because I didn't do it, how am I supposed to tell you? I can stand there and say you didn't do it without even breaking a sweat. Okay, that was before this one. Okay.
Hey.
Something is going to do us any good. Let's get going. Okay. And many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. It's been like 1 day. It's been like 1 day since Celeste died. Can people take a break, please? The elevator lowered. It's all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and suddenly, as always, the ride was over. The doors open once again. Ah, damn, Egypt! Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so for you. You must feel so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault for all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again, or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill, find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. And we mistreat the word deadly. Ah boy. Ah boy. Okay, skills. I got that 1 skill left.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of
Why?
this trial. So, your votes will determine
Why
the
every time?
results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, where to begin?
We already know
Didn't you start with that last time?
Whoa!
Thank you.
Who?
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah! I'd never kill someone, no way!
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
I still want to say suicide. I still want to say either Monokuma or suicide. Or both.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
No, that's wrong. Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with that logic. She got a point. She got a good point. And the most suspect one is Hiro, but the written Toko blood though. But it wasn't written by her because her hands were spotless. So Hiro.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is.
I don't know why I did that.
absolutely
I found it humorous.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here.
Big lie.
I never
Big lie.
No, it's wrong.
How dare you? Lie in my presence.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
I'm not sure.
I feel
about
like
that.
Hiro's stupidity is only a thing to prolong certain cases and incidents.
Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after.
Because like
she
you
left the
like
nurse's
unless he's the actual murderer, which I'm certain he's not, because he's too stupid and too incompetent. But unless you're the actual killer, you have no reason to dance around this subject and further implicate yourself.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was... Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all! I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
More hostile.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message!
Dying message.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right? It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
And you didn't point it out to anyone?
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
That's also true.
So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense?
He's stupid for the plot, and I hate that type of character probably the most of all. I want to point this, like Byakuya is a problem. Byakuya is a problem, but characters that are stupid only to serve and prolong certain plot points, I think, are the worst. And Hiro, I like you, but fuck off, because you're doing it.
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
It actively doesn't. Like, if you're stupid and that's your thing, cool. Like Hina. Hina's a ditz, and that's funny. But she's not a ditz to further aggravate the plot. That's just her thing. You're stupid to prolong things like this. You're dumb for the plot. You're like half the Ruby cast. Ah. What you got? Come on.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message.
I don't know why I did that.
When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
It doesn't.
I can tell you exactly when Ogre's body was...
And I can tell you it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's
Body was discovered.
No? Really?
Shoot!
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying, it was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out...
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense. I can tell you exactly when Ogre's
Body was discovered.
There we go. Okay. Okay.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
Vienna sausage. I feel like this would be funny in Japanese, but it's not. So shut up, Hiro, and be legit for once in your fucking life.
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
I mean, your predictions are like 30% at best. I'ma shoot your ass. I'ma shoot your ass, boy. Get bent.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
There we go. I said it.
The occult is bullcrap.
I mean,
Give
that...
it a rest. at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. Show me the proof.
This should prove it. I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Why?
He admits it!
Why though?
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
Okay, that was quick.
Please, just let me explain what happened.
Okay, case closed, we're
I
done.
got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
So, but do you mind waiting? Ask a couple other people to meet as well. Yeah, okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
That's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end
As
everything.
soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
Wait, on the table?
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Wait, on the table? And only one bottle?
Well, that's what
Oh,
happened.
fuck off.
Go ahead.
Fuck off.
Roast
Fuck
me,
off, game.
boil me, do
No.
whatever you want.
No. She poisoned her. I'm going with suicide. So let me just get. Let's just say she committed suicide, right? Probably by poison. Hiro came. He smacked her with the bottle out of fear. And wrote Toko's name and ran off. Then probably Toko came. Saw this. Freaked out. Smacked off the bottle with a second bottle. Ran off. Is this how it's gonna be? Is this how it's gonna be? A comedy of errors. Oh my god.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura.
Jesus. Gel. Whew.
We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then, he's not lying?
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Yeah, imagine that. Who wouldn't like that? Who wouldn't like that?
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it!
That's right. I killed him.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't believe it!
Do you believe that a behemoth like Sakura would go down from a single bottle?
Hiro, tell us what happened.
I wouldn't go down from a single bottle, and I'm not that big!
If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So... what do you want me to do?
Say something important for once in your life.
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but... okay. I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
I'm sorry?
Shoot!
I'm sorry? The status of her body being hit twice is not a contradiction to him only hitting her once?
I didn't want to, but
Game?
I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from... and you only hit...
Yeah, just once.
Okay, it was the wrong version of the same thing. Okay.
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on! How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Yeah, chess pieces and 2 are missing.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Chess pieces. Chess pieces. Chess pieces. Why are we doing this? What? Chess pieces.
Now I understand.
Do you? Do you, sir?
That's it! The chess pieces! Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain.
Fucking rude.
In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn.
God damn it.
And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Stop talking. Never talk again. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
I got it! The bottle must have been broken.
What makes you so sure?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
We're going for the big weight. We're going for the big weight. Ah, yeah, big weight.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces, which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case. I got it! The bottle that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second
Poor
bottle.
Sakura. She's just sitting down. She wants to make amends with people, and then they just bludgeon her constantly.
Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Why do you exist?
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room. Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Okay, fair enough. I'll let you have that.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
He never had them to begin with.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear
The
to?
locker, probably.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
You mean the locker?
What? Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
Oh my god. Oh my god, there's more. How is there more? Oh, how is there more? So far, you've probably been pressing the triangle button to deliver the final strike without a second thought. This is correct. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Oh my god, now I have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during the coup de grace. Why? You'll select it the same way during non-stop debate, simply pressing the L1 button. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But if for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you've set it to mean regardless, just this once, okay? Oh my god. Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go, really? Okay. Well then, good luck and have fun.
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough! It's a lie! I admit nothing. That's enough!
Oh, where was it? Where was it? Locker handprint.
This should prove it.
Why are they constantly adding new I can't handle too many things at
You know
once.
someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does his handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Fucking. Is that all it took? Is that all it took? This motherfucker. This motherfucker bad bitch, listen.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room.
Byakuya has finally a use.
I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on, so I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
What?
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines.
Okay.
I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Guess who's back?
Can you just make yourself sneeze on command?
What's your fault after all?
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
What?
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories.
Oh, that's not good.
So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible!
To be fair, it's an understandable reaction. If a behemoth covered in blood is standing over you when you wake up, you're gonna freak out.
No! She's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Okay, well there we go. Okay.
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
The fact that she's in love with him and she plans to kill him. Okay. Alright.
I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know.
Well, I mean, it is your fault.
But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
I mean, you contributed. You're an unwilling accomplice, technically.
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote. What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh? Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd.
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it. Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
Poor Sakura! She went through so much shit! Jesus!
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
No.
She was on the chair, though.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
To be fair, although she's a killer, she's like the most honest person here. She's the most straight up person here.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. after she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Nope.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
Nope.
No, I don't think that's possible.
Why?
I got it!
Why would you say that bottom one?
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much.
The fact that she has that adorable smile is so strange.
You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
Poison!
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Poison! Poison, sir!
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
No, that's wrong.
Poison!
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
How?
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Poison!
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poison?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees!
Woman, time and place.
She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
Accurate.
In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Master!
That's that supplement shit, right?
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
How do you know it was powder?
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
Okay. Hangman's get. It's a drop-down list. We could just easily pick it from. Why are we doing it here? Why are we doing it here? Game. Why? Again though, drop down list. It's on the option. But okay.
Poison? It must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
Oh.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
You mean the footprints? You mean them there footprints? I was right. I said it from the start. Wrong one. Shit, it was below it. Why did I hit the button one less than I thought I did? Shit. Oh, I just loop around. There we go.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem.
Okay, but why would they not swap out? Why would they not try to sweep away the footprints?
All we have to do is
It's
check
stupid.
everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me. The footprints. They're mine.
What?
Hina?
What?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Then Ogre's killer was...
Yep.
I swear to fucking God. I swear. I said everyone I talk to dies. I said everyone I talk to dies. I said I didn't want to talk to Hina in case she dies. Fuck this game. Why?
I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
Then why?
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
I swear to fucking God, this game.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
Sakura went through so much fucking shit, my God!
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you?
Smack on the head! Smack in the face! Drink poison! Why do they hate Sakura so much?
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism.
You mean sentimentality? Is sentimentalism a word?
But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
You mean about the locked door?
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
Well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint? It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was...
Ah, you bitch. Ah, you bitch. I love you. I love you, but ah, you bitch. I don't think I don't see it. Don't think I don't see it. You made it obvious it was you. You made it... Because it wasn't you. But you made it obvious that it was you. So... Ah! Ah!
I was just nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
Lies.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was.
Ah, you bitch. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, Gil. Oh, okay. Clever little minx.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
I see where this is going, you clever little bint.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
My initial suspect, boy. Shut up. Shut up, you boy. Boy, you're wrong. Watch.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to Section C to get the poison.
Shit don't add up.
Then moved to Section A to get the protein, right?
Bitch is lying. Bitch is lying. That bitch is lying.
Meaning you went from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
Bitch is lying. Girl. Girl. Listen.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
Gil. Gil, don't think I don't see through your lies.
First I went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
Bitch, you lying! Bitch, you lying! I've gone through like 3 of
You
these.
said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder.
I've gone through 3 of these. I see every lie. Don't try this with me, woman.
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, boy, you wrong. Your ass is wrong, bitch.
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
Don't think I don't see through your lies, Gil. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. How dare you?
well,
What the?
And you wrong, bitch.
What the hell? What's going on here?
Yeah, boy. You don't know nothing, pompous motherfucker.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
That's it. Rub it in. Rub the salt in that wound.
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
I found this. It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then, Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Huh? Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
I got it! It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that. So I think that must be it.
You're right, it must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us, I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
Yeah!
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
I don't want to say the reason, but the reason's coming! And this sneaky bitch!
It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
No, boy. Sit down and just shut up and watch.
I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right?
Do we?
If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
Boy, why was the can on top of the glass? Because it was placed afterwards. Afterwards, boy.
You're right. We do need to explain that.
Okay, I'm getting stupidly hyped for this, I'm not gonna lie.
But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here. Huh? It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that?
I love this, how he's so not getting it, that he's losing his mind.
How can you know what I don't know?
Oh, this is gonna piss him off because Makoto knows. This is gonna piss him off because Makoto knows.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be.
It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
No, it's wrong.
Boy, you're gonna get shown up by Makoto. Boy, suck a dick.
Remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the protein can. We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison?
Willingly. Willingly.
I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
Did you see the smile on her face when she went? She went willingly.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle, knowing exactly what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Ah, look at this boy be humbled. Look at this boy be humbled.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
I believe it was Sakura. Powder on the shoes, boy.
I got it! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Give me the shoes. Give me the shoes. Oh yeah, we're going bullet time. Bullet time, everyone. Everyone get shut up in here.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you!
I mean, you're allowed to, but girl, trust me. Trust me. I'm doing this for my own good, your own good. We're doing this for everybody.
What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
What? What? Don't test this.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab. That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing. Which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place?
To make amends. She's a warrior woman. The way they make amends is seppuku.
The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contained.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
Lies.
No, you didn't kill her.
The one who killed Sakura! The one who killed Sakura! Where are ya? Where are ya? Where are ya? Yeah!
Here's my answer.
There's a reason you can select dead bodies!
The one who killed Sakura was Sakura
There's a
herself.
reason this entire game you've been able to cycle through the portraits! Yeah! Boy!
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it, all so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room. I got it! The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did.
But then why did she invite them all? Was it like just to make amends and they were like, nah, fuck that bitch? So she was like, alright, well, I'm doing it anyway, so fuck it.
She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were. You said you were going to go get everyone else, but your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together. And once you were back in the rec room... While everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
Accurate.
The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence. The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence. And yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Yes!
No! No! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Ah, boy. Okay. Look how demented he looks, Jesus. No. It's one of those two. Toko, he ran. She got out. Upside down. Yep, scared. And... no, yeah, that's right. Okay. Jack was like, nah, I'm out of here. She got up again, was like, oh, well, fuck that. That hurt. Jesus. And... no. And she's like, hey, well, we do it, boys. And we found her body. Yep. Found it. Hid that shit away. And... oh no, that's the one. Might be. You dare I shoot? Yeah, that good. Yeah, we do it.
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko, she got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Okay, no, wrong way, wrong ones. Swap them around.
Here's exactly what happened.
Yeah, we do it, boys.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others. Toko, she got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Have I praised the music at all yet?
She saw Sakura enter.
Have I praised the music in this game yet? Because it's good!
Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
Because he's an idiot. It's what he does. Oh no, okay, no, okay. I get it. I misread that for some reason as here before. I don't know why I did that. I'm an idiot. I don't know how I could have missed that so obviously.
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and attacked her. This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide. And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort...
Is it different?
You, Hina.
Is it a different art style every time?
That's the full truth of the case.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Now, are they gonna explain why she did it? Because I know why she did it, and I just want it to be said by someone other than me. Because I'm egotistical like that. God damn, saying that out loud makes me sound like Byakuya. Only I'm... Oh, boy. Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, that's not good.
Sakura took her own life, and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Cause you's a bitch.
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Ah, yeah. Ah, yeah. Case done. Good boys up in here. I think 100 points is the best you can get per section. So, I did pretty good there. Ah, yeah, the big coins.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me. Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I think we're gonna make the right one, boy.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
I think we're doing the right one, boy. We vote the good shit. You see that? We vote the good shit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why try to cover up what happened? Okay, here we go. Here we go. If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You drove her friend to suicide, so guess what? You gonna go, boy. You all drove her friend to suicide, so guess what? All of your asses can go as far as she's concerned. Yeah!
What are you thinking?
And yet you, why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. Yeah! I mean, the reason Sakura died, so because you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
What do you mean? You're gonna take us all there with you? Yeah! We have to atone for our sins because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. You don't realize how much despair Sakura was in, or Sakura was carrying with her when she died. Look at this. Okay, such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's... I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note? Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after the Genocide Jack attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me, I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness.
You tried to protect me, and because of me, my closest friend got hurt. Sakura. Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. That's what. Yeah, this is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked. To meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry. I just want to talk to them.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they're all gang up on you at once, even you, Hina. Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. She completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us, and yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's what a suicide means, or suicide note means. So instead of just wanting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you pushed her. Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina,
you came. Wait right here. I'll help you out.
Hina.
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? You're talking like... why are you talking like
I
that?
have a favor to ask.
A favor?
Some protein.
I'd like some protein. Can I ask you to... yeah. You got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the camp lab to get the protein she'd asked for, and when I got there, I saw the powder, and that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could, but by the time I got there, it was already too late.
Please. Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weakness, just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness, that's normal. And yet...
Why?
You all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. I didn't even realize it. Hina. We killed her, all of us. We we pushed her to the corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray? You did your best to make us arrive to the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I can never face her after this.
Hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but this has taken so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but an interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant?
What are you saying?
Of course. I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words...
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
Yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? Oh, you arsehole. You swapped out the suicide note, didn't you, you cunt?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. Wait, what? But he not already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room.
Huh?
What? Then... You lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I couldn't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. And then oh gosh. Wow. This bastard. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? I mean, to be fair, you did falsify evidence. Hey, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production. Oh god, this guy. Okay, and scene. Cut. So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, have you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
It's just unfortunate. Killing yourself is so final, you know?
Enough already.
Yes, indeed.
My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
See, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You may not see the importance of the dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years. Jesus.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made a mistake of giving in to the
And
mastermind.
what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind or I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal a secret which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to you all led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic? Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me, which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get the situation under control. And to fulfill the obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind had commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life.
If it can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then, Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us.
Correct.
She didn't own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limits, or only her limitless strength, that made it possible.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
Jeez.
But
This is... I didn't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close, and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like, totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't kill each other, but you almost end up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a
Say
waste.
what?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. It's all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her. I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina either. Blah. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one who wanted to, one we need to destroy is you, no one else.
What? What do you want?
What the hell? That's not how it's supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? It's a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. What?
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear of this game.
Don't make me repeat.
There's no point in participating in the game which has lost its sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now I only have one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear now.
Yes. To heap the... I'm liking this turnaround, sir. And to reap the harshest possible punishment upon the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does that mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentiment. That's not a word, I don't think. I think it's sentimentality. Hey, that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey.
Well, now you can say that Sakura's death had no meaning. Ah, how boring. Nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about this good for nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
But Sakura's technically a killer, right? And she's already dead. You're not gonna...
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, good heavens, no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Did I tell you? Very particular about bear times 1 rule. Okay?
Listen up.
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment. It'd be a shame to let it go to waste. So for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. A special guest.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
What should be like one of Sakura's relatives or something? Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Why? How? 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 Why? Fuck. Yuck. What? Why? Why? How? To be fair, you did leave her there when it was dangerous. You knew she'd be found. Oh God. Oh God. Fried bowl would give me a break. The colour, the smell, the succulence. Grill is where it's at. I realize how dangerous it could be, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. Why did you leave him? Why did you leave him there? Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul. My disbelief gave way to raw anger. Anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing, shouting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
You're a friend of a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friend of a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. I don't know what that word is. Animism? I don't know what animism is. Where their soul dwells within other things, or within all things, even like laptops. You can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out. It was trying to find things out all sneaky. That sentence structure messes with me.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Fine, no. We knew about him from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with that laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start.
What are you thinking?
You knew, and you were all cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
yep.
Well, I mean, the day on that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe more like an award in order for you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you had access to it. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Altigo wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that he was killed. Yes, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember every low can get a little lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends. It all makes us. Well, I don't know about that. I don't think Leon's death made you stronger. I don't think Junko's death made you stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Only Merle, you're super mad, just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left on Sakura's note. Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay, here we go. There it is, for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time. And I've been here. I spent the whole time I've been here. So I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oops, Daisy! That was a close one. Another word and I would have been hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay. I don't want to ruin the surprise. So book club is dismissed for the day. You got stuff at the most important bit? Makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad that you even freaking know how?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at you all for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I never let you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, you loser. Hey, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line on the note. And let me say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay here or lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard. No matter what. And that's seriously it. Oh, wow. What a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you. Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well,
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should get some rest, you know? And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free with the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message. A last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school. The mastermind did something to us. Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? Just after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
who?
Hey,
The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant the bomb in us or something? Well, I mean, I've kind of pieced together what the mastermind did. I mean, we keep seeing images of people who didn't know each other, who apparently knew each other. So, you know, you know, people who didn't know each other did know each other. And Ifumi, when he was dying, said, before I'd met you. So you can piece that together. Kind of acknowledging those thoughts like that.
Yo,
So class trial's over, Monokuma's gone.
but
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What does this do? Other than head back up. No, yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But Hina must feel responsible. Dial back the ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no
Not
threat.
possible.
Wow. Wow. Even when he's trying to be nice, he's an arsehole. I would never have lost that kind of challenge. I mean, you almost did. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologise? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached the point where I need someone apologising to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, girl. Did she just capture his flag? This ain't a video game. Well, that's... I take that back. I'm sorry. I didn't realise. Wow, that joke was so meta, it caught me out.
No, 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 no!
I can't suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him? Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, called you a sleazeball, because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends. The girl's got fire.
No, 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 no!
The girl's spitting hot fire. I guess it was easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just it for now. Oh, okay. So Sakura's class trial came to an end and we returned to the world of Host Peak Academy. But the story wasn't any close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms and before long, night snuck up on us.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then, sweet dreams, everyone. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Again though, why that room specifically? Wait, I'm sorry? But how would someone get in your room? Unless... Okay, I'm gonna be... Before I go on and continue, I want to play some 5th level chess right now. What if somehow Alter Ego transferred onto his e-handbook? Imagine that. That's probably not, but I can't imagine who else could be in his room at night. So that would be a thing. Oh.
Kyoko?
All that?
Yes, it's me.
Okay.
Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
Time unknown. Okay. And the flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I made her wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Anyways. You don't have to overact like that every time you're surprised. Yes, he does. He's an anime pro tag. What time is it? 3 o'clock in the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Because bullshittery about to take place, sir. Bullshittery about to take place, sir. That's why. Jesus. Jesus, I've been playing this for 8.5 straight hours. Oh boy. Oh boy. What up, girl? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favour to ask. It's about this dick.
So,
Remember when Sakura said at the end of the note that she was going to lay down and die? I will fight you. I need to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered, oh yeah, that's what you want. That's what you want at 3 a.m. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center. But I thought it was locked. I'm gonna go ahead and say somehow this bitch can get into unlock or can get into locked doors. Because I can't imagine that Monokuma would be like, okay, this place isn't locked anymore. Mitchie went up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. It's weird, she said that she'd meet here. Is she maybe inside already? Put my hand on the door with a certain amount of force. Oh, okay, maybe not. I was wrong. I was trying to couple that with her getting into the room, but okay, maybe Makoto actually did just forget to lock it.
What's this?
Hey, he's not. Hey, listen, he's not breaking. You can't tell me he didn't actually bust in yet, right? But
Hey!
I can see that, you dope. Don't waste my time telling me crap that I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try to tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko?
You too? You guys?
Whatever, the two of you just get back in bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
So, sure, you got it. Come on, let's head back.
Hey,
Did you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't know about it. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah! Go on, get out of here. Shoot! So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So, goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was all that about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. And she shows up late, and we leave without checking a single thing. What's the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would end the end of our conversation. Like it always, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Oh then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave,
Mukuro Ikusaba.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what or who that is, madam. Kyoko's right next to me again, whispering in my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Don't know who that is.
The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Yeet! Yeet, motherfucker! We on it now, okay. Okay, boy. Boy. Woo. Who. Boy. Okay. I said, when we had the first class trial, I said the 16th spot was there for a reason. Then goddamn Sakura pointed it out. She asked who that was. Wasn't told. But okay.
The one they call the ultimate despair.
Oh, hello. Ultimate. Okay, so the 16th student is the mastermind, is what you're telling me now. Whew.
Watch out for her.
Whew. Boy, we going places. Oh, it went up. Whew. Okay, get in the vapors. Get in the vapors. Whoo, whoo. That happened. Okay, boy, shit is happening. Okay, shit be popping off. Jeez, wasn't expecting that. Jeez.